Hi everyone, it's Yoshihiko. Today I'm at the Osaka-Kansai Expo. Take a look. There are so many interesting buildings. However, with all these wonderful architecture pieces here, bringing in tripods and such is boo-boo. I feel like an angel with my wing script. But this time I'm going to try my best to use what's available here to do some long exposure photography of the architecture. So let's enjoy it! Now I'm currently shooting an information center. You can see in front of the entrance. And I'm shooting them with the bench. This is the normal shot. And this is a 60 seconds long exposure with 13 stops ND filter. And here is a fine art monochrome version. Pretty good, huh? Wow, there are so many interesting buildings here. It's fun just looking at them. What's that over there? It looks a bit interesting, so let's go check it out. That's quite a lovely piece of architecture. That's a quaint pavilion. How does it look from here? Looks nice. Since you can't use a tripod, basically the handheld shot is your first choice, of course. How was the monochrome fine art version? Take a look at it. Looks nice, huh? Without long exposure this time. Another unique pavilion. Now I'm watching. It's called... I don't know. I'm shooting long exposure on stuff. I don't know what it is. I want to blur these clouds. Now I'm doing 4 minutes long exposure with 16 stops ND filters. There are so many people going in front of me, but with the ND filters those crowds are gone. There are so many students and children from schools for one day school trip to Kansai Expo. This is a normal shot. Yep, use everything there. There are a lot of stuff. Of course, unlike using tripods, the angle and composition will be limited. But the limitations often cause a lot of creation. 4 minutes were too long, so I would stop a little earlier. It won't change the result after all. I didn't bring any remote shutter, so I used my finger. Isn't that good? Actually, that's excellent. Still, people remain, but it's a good accent. This is a monochrome fine art version. It's not a pavilion, but beyond the Grand Roofuden Ring, there's a spot with incredibly beautiful reflections. So I'd like to try shooting it here. First, I think it's best just to use a concrete bench to take this shot. As for the angle, what do you think? Let's try shooting from around here. I'm using my back to take the picture. It was too low, so it was difficult to capture the water reflections. So let's think another idea. Think matters. So I put myself into a frame with the timers. This is a fine art version. Okay, I'm going to challenge myself and use the railing to try a long exposure shot. I found a good composition, so I'm using the railing to take the shot. This is a mini cushion. This is called a hakubar camera zabuton. Zabuton means mini cushion in Japanese. I'm currently shooting a 3-minute long exposure with 16 stop sanity filters. Take a look at it. It looks flat, but I captured the reflection pretty clear, so I did black and fine art version. I like it. Actually, I like it. This is a pretty fascinating building. So futuristic. Wow. So futuristic. This is a pretty fascinating building, so I'm really trying to get creative with my shots. Since the crowds would otherwise be right in the shot, I'm planning to reduce the presence of people with a 2.5 to 3 minute long exposure. Now I'm using my backpack to add a little height. These places are pretty challenging for long exposure, but using this bench on the other stuff really made me creative. Main goal in places like this is to blur the crowd. It's also like to capture the sky and the expression of the crowd, but blurring the crowd is the main objective. That being said, of course, people won't disappear completely, and having them remain as a bit of a ghost effect is also part of the unique appeal of these kind of shots. Let's see. What do you think? It's amazing. Isn't it amazing? This is truly fantastic. I did it. I did it. Best shot. The best shot of the day. It's small, but it's truly like a fine art architecture building, isn't it? It already feels like fine art. Let's try shooting it like this. Since I don't have a tripod, it's challenging. What do you think? It's pretty good. So good. Excellent. It looks just like a UFO. What could this be? Oh, Yoshimoto Pavilion. The lighting is just amazing. Looks good. Okay, shall we try to shoot? Just shoot. Just handheld. Just point and shoot. Like this. In front of the pavilion. Shoot it like this. What do you think? I like it. Gandam. Do you know Gandam? Japanese legendary robot animation, Gandam. Technically, it's not a robot. It's called mobile suit. Whichever, I like the Gundam, but I have never shoot find out Gundam. So I did it. After all, it's Gundam. Gundam is cool. What could this be? I found an interesting spot. So maybe I'll try some fine art photography here. I'm doing a long exposure with a camera on my bag. The reflections are beautiful, aren't they? That puddle looks just like Pac-Man's mouth. And the people lined up look like they are waiting to be eaten, don't they? This press's reflections grew my eyes. I really love it. Let's see 4 minutes long exposure. Looks nice. And here is the black and white version. Nice. Sylvia Pavilion. I was so tired that I was sitting on a bench for just looking people on the pavilion, but still shooting on a bench. So many people are passing and lining up in front of the pavilion, but with long exposure, looks like this. And here is the black and white version. What do you think? Alright everyone, how was it? The Osaka-Kansai Expo had so many interesting buildings, didn't it? This time, it was a challenging mission without using a tripod, but by placing the camera on benches or the ground, I was successfully able to do long exposure photography. I definitely encourage you all to come to the Osaka-Kansai Expo during its duration. Of course, the pavilions are probably the main attraction, but when you can't get in because of lines, I think just photographing the buildings is enjoyable enough. Well then everyone, I'll see you in the next video. See you!